For centuries, people have believed that Genesis, the story of creation, is the oldest text in the Bible. But what if that's not true? What if there is a passage hidden in the ancient past that predates even the Book of Moses? Scholars and archaeologists have uncovered fragments of an ancient blessing, words that may be the oldest surviving piece of biblical text ever written. But where did it come from? And could it reveal secrets about the origins of the Bible and human civilization itself? In this episode, we will be going over the oldest biblical text ever found. What it reveals will shock you. When we think of the Bible, we imagine stories passed down over thousands of years, tales of prophets, kings, and divine encounters. But if we trace these texts back to their earliest forms, what do we find? In the 1970s, archaeologists made a stunning discovery in Jerusalem's Hinnom Valley. 2 small silver scrolls were found inside a tomb dating back to the 7th century BCE, at least 400 years before the oldest known biblical manuscripts. These silver scrolls, known as the Ketef Hinnom scrolls, were found in a burial cave near Jerusalem in 1979. Dating back to the 7th century BCE, they are the oldest surviving biblical texts ever discovered, engraved not on parchment but on thin sheets of silver. When these delicate silver amulets were finally deciphered, they revealed something astonishing, a passage nearly identical to a well-known blessing from the Book of Numbers. These ancient words are more than just a prayer. They are a powerful connection to a time when the Israelites were still forming their beliefs and traditions. But if this text was written before most of the Bible, what does that mean for biblical history? The discovery of the priestly blessing challenges a long-held assumption that the first books of the Bible were written in the time of Moses. But what if the Bible's oldest words actually predate Moses by centuries? The silver scrolls were carefully unrolled over the course of 3 years, as they were extremely delicate and brittle after thousands of years underground. Carbon dating of the surrounding burial site, combined with paleographic handwriting analysis, confirmed that the scrolls date back to the 7th century BCE, during the reign of King Josiah, before the fall of the First Temple in 586 BCE. This makes them the oldest known biblical text, predating the Dead Sea Scrolls by at least 400 years. Scholars were stunned. These were not just random inscriptions. They contained a well-known passage from the Bible, meaning parts of the Hebrew Bible were already in use centuries before it was traditionally believed to have been written. Some scholars suggest that early Hebrew texts were influenced by even older civilizations, Egyptians, Canaanites, and Mesopotamians, cultures that had been developing writing systems long before the Israelites. Could it be that the oldest biblical text is not just a religious prayer, but a remnant of a far older forgotten tradition? If this is the oldest text in the Bible, then what does that mean for the rest of the scriptures? Could there be even older writings that have yet to be discovered? Many biblical scholars believe that much of the Old Testament was written and edited during the Babylonian exile, hundreds of years after the events it describes. But the existence of a text like the priestly blessing suggests that fragments of the Bible were already being written centuries earlier, meaning there could be other, even older texts waiting to be uncovered. Could it be that the Bible's oldest words hold clues to an ancient, forgotten past? One that connects us to lost civilizations and sacred knowledge beyond anything we've imagined? So what do you think? Could this simple prayer, the priestly blessing, be the earliest surviving piece of scripture? And if so, could it point to an even older, more mysterious past? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think more ancient biblical texts are still waiting to be discovered? And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest mysteries.